Today I'm going to show you how to make my Italian bread, and we're going to make a homemade cranberry orange butter to pair it with.
To your mixing bowl, you'll add 2 1/4 teaspoons instant yeast, half cup milk, and 1 cup water warmed to approximately 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 tablespoon sugar, 3 1/2 cups bread flour, 1 teaspoon salt, and 3 tablespoons olive oil. Knead this mixture on medium-low speed for 5 minutes. 5 minutes knead time has consistently worked for this dough, but to double check if it's done kneading, pull a piece of the dough between your fingers. If you're able to see through the dough without it tearing, it is done kneading. This is called the window pane test. If the dough rips, it means the gluten isn't developed enough and needs a bit more kneading time. Transfer the dough to a lightly greased bowl. A trick I like to use is to turn my oven on. Once it reaches 100 degrees Fahrenheit, I turn the oven off and place the dough in the warm oven. Allow the dough to rise for 30 minutes in the warm oven or 1 hour at room temperature. Punch the dough down, then divide into 2 pieces for smaller loaves or leave as 1 piece for a larger loaf. Fold the top 2 edges of the dough in order to create a triangle top. Starting at the top of the triangle, roll the dough into a log. If the log is short, you can roll into a longer log. Tuck the ends of the bread underneath the loaf and pinch together to seal. Brush or spray the dough with water, then roll in sesame seeds. Transfer to a parchment paper lined baking sheet or baguette tray seam side down. Cover with plastic wrap and allow it to rise for 30 minutes at room temperature. Meanwhile, preheat your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Score 3 slits in the loaf, then spray the loaf with water. This helps to create a crust. Add a few ice cubes to a small baking dish, then place on the lower rack beneath the bread and place the bread above the ice cubes. Bake for 10 minutes at 450 degrees Fahrenheit, then lower to 400 degrees Fahrenheit for an additional 10 to 15 minutes. Now we're going to make our own homemade butter. Whip heavy cream in a mixing bowl on high speed for approximately 10 minutes or until the butter separates from the cream. The leftover cream is buttermilk and can be used in recipes, so don't throw it away. Squeeze the excess buttermilk out of the butter, then rinse the butter in water until the water is clear. You can add anything to the butter to flavor it. I chose to add orange zest and dried cranberries, but garlic and fresh herbs would also be delicious. Shape the butter, then wrap in parchment paper. Homemade butter lasts for approximately 2 to 3 weeks in the refrigerator. Okay, while I shape the butter and wrap it in parchment paper, let's talk about some of my favorite butter flavors. I really like cowboy butter, which is a mix of parsley, garlic, onion powder, smoked paprika, cumin, and red pepper flakes. This goes so good on different meats like steak and chicken, but I think it would be equally delicious on bread. Another good one is a roasted garlic and sun-dried tomato, which of course is just roasted garlics with chopped sun-dried tomatoes. You could even add in chives or parsley. And another one I think would be really good would be like a spicy sriracha lime, using sriracha sauce, lime juice, and fresh cilantro. There are just so many options with homemade butter. Now it's time to test out the bread. The key to homemade bread and the hardest part is waiting for the bread to fully cool for approximately 1 hour after baking. This allows for the interior of the bread to set. Cutting into the bread too soon will release steam that is necessary for firming up the interior of the bread. This causes the crumb to collapse and become dense. I hope you enjoy making this bread as much as I did.